We've been talking about the process and the getting aligned and the staying aligned that's going on now. Were there any surprises along the way? What surprised you along the way?
That it worked. That might be the biggest surprise for me. Like I said, we had an unhealthy level of skepticism going into the exercise and into the process. But I can assure you, you're not in the boardroom during our meetings. We talk to you and debrief after a board meeting as part of the Stay Aligned process. But the model that you've helped us create, the model within which we dedicate ourselves, actually works. So when you talk about surprises, number one is that it works. Number two was the fact that after the 2-day exercise, the Getting Aligned exercise, the practicality of the conclusion of that exercise and the deliverable that you promised and did provide at the end of that 2 days, that was a surprise for us to actually have something that we could go on and look back to and stand on. The third surprise was the level of support that it provides between the head of school and the board in creating trust. There's a built-in trust in the model because there aren't any. You asked me what surprises me. Well, I'm surprised there are no surprises because for me to come into a board meeting when I was the chair of the board, and if I had a surprise from David come into the boardroom, I don't know how I would manage that conversation. And that's happened. I mean, prior to this process, that would happen, right? And vice versa. For David to step into the boardroom as our key executive at the school, if he heard a surprise from us, he would be unwilling to fully share what he's going through on a day-to-day, month-to-month, week-to-week basis. So number one surprise, that it actually worked. Number two surprise is the practical deliverable that you promised and actually did deliver at the end of day 2 of Staying Aligned. And the third surprise was the assistive trust that it builds into the relationship between the board and the head of school.